Hi, everybody. Glad you're here. See, you don't have to be good at this to actually share your knowledge. My name is Bren Harris. I founded Warrior Moms by Bren when my son was medically injured at 22 months of age. We have walked through hell the last 10 years, and now we walk through it like we own the place, and you can too, because your story matters. Hear me, warriors. Your story matters. And welcome to Warrior Nation. We're doing a couple of extra bonus episodes, and please let us know in the chat where you're chiming in from. And if you can't hear me on one of the platforms, don't hesitate to let me know. Oh, thank you. It has been quite the week. We have had a relative pass away right before the holidays. Not unexpected, but still a little bit of a change in our routine. And it's easy to get really bogged down and distracted during this season. And my specific topic tonight is the holidays and special needs children. That you don't need to feel like a warrior nor be a mom of a special needs child to benefit and apply these principles to your holiday season and have it filled with purpose. I do not mean to sound like a Hallmark card. This is hard fought wisdom. And I have the scars and the wounds to prove it. And my son was diagnosed over 10 years ago, and he is on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum. We do not have autism. We have a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder and nonverbal. And level 3, which theoretically means lifelong care. So we dove in headfirst and were tested for food allergies, and we have been gluten-free for over a decade. It has been life-changing. Oh my gosh. I swear it makes you age backwards, ladies. It's worth checking out. And we lived in Japan for 3 years, and I didn't have any trouble eating wheat or gluten when we were in Japan. When we came back to the States, that's when my body just said, no way. And I had a really hard time. I mean, I broke out in welts. I couldn't digest anything. I was sick and tired all the time, and finally found someone to help me uncover the mystery of what was going on. And it's due to glyphosate, which is the same pesticide and Roundup that has all these cancer lawsuits happening. So if you want to know more about that, please don't hesitate to reach out. We are streaming live across all platforms. So please let us know in the chat where you're chiming in from. Oh yeah, I know, theoretically. Yeah, good. Facebook, I see you. I see you, warriors. Oh, tuning in from Georgia on Instagram and YouTube. Good to see you guys. And Seattle's on YouTube also. If you threw a dart at the United States, we would be right in the middle. And we have had some crazy weather, just like a lot of you have. And I know that the holidays can be tough, especially when you have children. Then you throw in a special needs child, and it can be a train wreck. And I am a firm believer in 2024, we are not shooting on ourselves. Hear me. We are not shooting on ourselves. And the holidays we get a lot of that. You should be here. You should be with the whole family. You should participate in the giant celebrations. You should go into debt to buy all these presents. You should do this. I'm here to say, no, just resist, because we're here to practice gratitude. And I do use ASL. That's how my son learns new words. So if you're listening to this on the audio, just go to YouTube, say ASL sign 4, and then you can find that. Yes, the holidays can be crazy. And you're going to put your tips of your fingers to the corners of your mouth and just come forward. It's like a double thank you, because this is thank you. So gratitude, which is making what we have enough and more, because when we focus on the positive, that's where our energy flows. When we focus on the negative, that's where our energy flows. And I did that today, and I needed to back up, shut up, pray up, and go, okay, what's the real issue here? Why am I triggered by XYZ? And then I can tackle that in a healthy way. Now, our other word is purpose, and it's just like you're walking your fingers on your hand, just like that. Purpose. And that's being intentional. And how do we plan for the holidays? Now, just let me share a few stats with you guys. As of this podcast, this is episode 90. Can you guys believe it? We are almost to the end of 2024. There's only back up, shut up, pray up, right? Stop, drop, and roll. Remember that? And we're here to say, this is okay to do what's right for you, to do what's right for your mental health, and to do what's right for your children's mental health. Because if they're forced to be, especially sensory processing, my son just graduated from the big ear defenders to the little loop earplugs, and we are loving them. And, loud sounds just aren't our friend, and that's okay. I'm not going to force him to be in loud areas, and I'm not going to force him to do the holidays with 20 people he barely knows. And so we're like, if you want to see us, you're probably going to need to come to us. And especially right now, because we have some grief and we're just celebrating a life well lived. And if you are grieving too in this holiday season, know that you're not alone. I don't have all the answers. I do know when we help other people, we help enough other people, we heal what's broken in us. And oh yeah, I agree. And if you guys are on the audio, know that you can look these words up. So we've got thank you and gratitude and purpose. And I love what the memory expert Jim Quick says, when the body moves, the mind grooves. And I'm seeing that in my son's life. He can try his hardest to say a new word, but because we didn't know he had the MTHFR genetic mutation, we didn't know that the heavy metals in all the injections can keep looping and he can't detox those. It's a very simple, straightforward process, but there's so much money invested in pushing vaccines that people don't stop to read the inserts and see what's in there. And it's okay if you don't believe like me. I hope you never have to walk the road we have. Now, would I have chosen this journey? Absolutely not. Would I trade it? No way. Because just like a lump of coal becomes a diamond under pressure, that is the legacy I intend and I purpose to leave. Okay, as of this podcast, it's November 22nd, 2024. Boys are diagnosed 1 in 36 for autism spectrum disorders. That's 4.2 times more than girls. Hear me. That's 4.2 times more than girls. Now, why is that? A lot of studies, there's several schools of thought. It's, the autism community is a little bit, special needs community is a little bit like religion. Everyone has their own thing. I want to put principles above personalities and share facts so that you know my come from. Just like GPS, to get to where we want to be, we need to know where we're starting from. Hey, Icon, good to see you. New York in the house. Oh, Florida in the house. Great to see you guys. I'm glad you're here. Now, boys are diagnosed 1 in 36 for autism spectrum disorder, which is a broad spectrum, and there's different levels of diagnosis. My son is diagnosed on the autism spectrum nonverbal level 3. That means theoretically lifelong care. We are focusing on independence and empowerment this year, and he is thriving. And he has a golf cart in his future, just so you know. That's how we're going to learn to drive safely. And boys are diagnosed are 4.2 times more than girls. And a lot of schools of thought behind that show that the estrogen component when girls are born protect them from the heavy metals a little more. You can do your own research. I just very credible sources have said this. And then what we're focusing on tonight. Hey guys, good to see you. If you're getting value, let us know in the chat. And if you know someone who is concerned about their child being vaccinated, we have a wonderful, wonderful line on a new MTHFR at-home kit. It's a simple swab. I mean, it's really easy, and you can find out genetic markers and know where your starting point is. And I would also ask your pediatrician, how much are you being compensated for each vaccine? Ask them, because they are. Hello, hear me, warriors. If you're feeling pressured at your pediatrician's office, ask them how much they're being compensated for pushing this vaccine. Do not sign anything. It is illegal for them to require you to sign a decline notice, all right? Okay, now that we have all that out of the way, the holidays and special needs children. And the first thing I want to talk about is planning. And I was not a planner until I became a mom. And I already had a career. I already had my life kind of mapped out, and I felt called to start a family. And the very first thing we want to do is plan wherever possible. Now, why do I say that? That might seem kind of, well, that's not the magic of the holidays. No, the magic of the holidays is to keep your freaking sanity. Okay. As a mom who's exhausted and doing 97 things every hour of every day, when we plan and we plan with intention, that's how we keep our sanity throughout the holidays. Now, what might that look like? For us, it's getting quiet. Now, this may not be your thing, but this has been really helpful in my own life and recommended by people I trust. Candle meditation. It's also known as Tritaka. It's a meditation practice that involves focusing on the flame of a candle to improve your concentration and calm mind. Now, as a believer, my meditation is on scripture. My meditation is on, okay, I want to hear what I'm supposed to do for the holidays, not just what I feel like doing. Now, if you don't have children and you can go on a cruise and you can fly by the seat of your pants, this is probably not for you. But for me, this is really important because I caved to peer pressure and family pressure for years. And that's my own journey, my own lack of knowledge, my own lack of purpose, and my own lack of confidence. Now you can see confidence and worthy right behind me. This is really important because we do what's right for our child now instead of what's right for everybody else. And I wish I had done that sooner. I'm here to spread the good news. Get still. And instead of going, am I doing this because I feel like I should, or am I doing this because I'm called to spend the holidays with X, Y, and Z, or A, B, and C person? Okay. And people will get their feelings hurt. And it's all right to have a crucial conversation and just say, the mental health of my child is more important than keeping you happy. Hear me, warriors. It's okay to say this. And if they don't understand that, that's okay too, because boundaries, rules, and regulations are only going to piss off the people that benefited from you not having any boundaries. Okay. So the next thing is how do we do that? Well, we're going to get still, and then we're going to develop a visual schedule or timetable using pictures to represent activities for the gathering you're going to. Now, if you decide to do big travel, you can find social stories online about airports and airplanes, and always have a sensory bin with you. And I will have more on that. We're going to do a series. This is a whole series. And because what we're doing is we're meeting our children where they are. We're not letting them rule the holidays. We're saying what's best for our mental health, because our mental health has really suffered with this entire year being on call 24/7 while a relative was being well cared for with hospice. And it's just really important that we give ourselves grace. Hear me. I know, warrior moms, I get it. We're always fighting and advocating for our children. Let's fight for our own mental health this holiday season, because it's okay. It's okay to just say, man, I need a break. I need a break, because when we do a vacation, that's without children. When I do a trip with my son, that's a trip. That is work, and that requires planning. Now, if you are not a planner, that's okay. I want you to write down the top 5 things that you want out of this holiday season. Seriously, not just material. We're talking on all levels. And right now, we're talking about the holidays and special needs children. You neither need to feel like a warrior nor be a special needs mom to take these principles and apply them to your own holiday season, because we tend to go and do and be human doings instead of human beings during this time of year. Now, if you want more information, I'm going to keep this real simple and real short. If you want more information, don't hesitate to reach out to me on the DMs. I'm on Instagram at Win with Bren, and I'm on Facebook, Bren Harris. And I'm also on YouTube and LinkedIn, Bren Harris, the Warrior Mom. And I would love to hear from you if you have something to add to this. Now, we're just scratching the surface. This is lesson 1. And I know that you have the opportunity here to pivot and have a holiday full of purpose. I mean, how cute is that? It's like somebody walking, a little stick figure walking on your hands. Purpose and gratitude. No one said we needed to run ourselves ragged and burn the candle at every end and go, oh my gosh, I can't wait for the holidays to be over. No. What about if we just stay where our feet are? Be present, be where our feet are, and plan ahead. So, mission between tomorrow and between today and tomorrow, because we'll do this tomorrow night at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Sit down and say, okay, what are the top 3 to 5 things I want out of my holiday season for my own emotional well-being and my mental health? And that way, that's our starting point, because with GPS, we need to know where we are to get to where we're going. And please reach out to me in the DMs and drop a warrior in the message, so I'll know you saw this. And that way we can get you on the calendar and we can plan your holiday season to be filled with purpose and gratitude, not stress and all the other nonsense. Remember, be authentic, legendary, and unapologetically you. Warriors, unite.